Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Another blind battle beers. This is a video I've been wanting to do since I've had both of these beers for the first time. From Alchemist, Stowe, Vermont, we are going to finally blind Heady Topper versus Focal Banger. Heady Topper is 8%, Focal Banger 7%. Yeah, it's one of those videos. I've been wanting to do this forever. I just have never had cans of both of these that were relatively the same age. So finally get to do it, courtesy of my man, Geoff. I appreciate you, bro. You are awesome. Thank you so much for sending these. I'm pumped. My buddy Joe over at Beer Patrol just did Heady versus Focal. He didn't do a blind, but it was a fun video. And it's a video that I watched and I enjoyed. And I was the whole time thinking, like, man, I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to do this. I always wanted to do a blind, though. Just, I'm a big fan of Heady Topper. And I kind of feel like if I knew which one was Heady going in, I would probably pick that one. So I just figured it would be more fun to do it without knowing which is which. So my lovely wife helped do the pours of these. And to me, sitting here, it might look different on camera. These beers look pretty much the same. This one might be a touch darker, but it's nothing to where I would be able to be like, oh, this one's Heady Topper, this one's Focal Banger. I don't think I've had these enough poured into a glass to where I would know which is which. When I have had these, a lot of times I just drink them right out of the can. I mean, I've reviewed Heady a bunch of times. I reviewed Focal a couple times, but I wouldn't be able to tell you just off the get which one's which. They both look, they're hazy, but they're like glowing hazy. They don't look like butternut squash. They don't look like hop cum. They look awesome. So as per usual, I will just start with the one that's closest to me. So let's smell this. It smells good. It smells fruity. It smells tropical. There's a bit of dankness to it, but not crazy. Immediately, my brain thinks this is Focal, only because the last time we had Heady Topper, it was extremely dank to me. And this one does not smell dank. This smells more like fruity. Hop candy. Citrus and like strawberry, maybe? Smells awesome. Smell this one. Gosh, they smell similar. So this one's got like a bit of a diesel thing, which is interesting. Also fruity, tropical. I don't think this one's as as citrus forward as this one. But yeah, this has a cool like diesel-y thing. Gosh, I don't know which beer is which. I don't know. Fuck, whatever. It is hard when you don't know which one's which. All right. I think I might like the aroma of this one better. We'll start with this one. Cheers. Geoff, appreciate you, bro. That beer is dank. It is bitter. I think that's Heady Topper. Holy smokes, that beer is delicious. But there is that super pithy resinous thing right on the middle of my tongue, and it's not going away. And I'm pretty sure the last time I had Heady, I was talking about how I didn't remember that happening. That beer is hoppy AF, and I love it. Ooh, this is good. Is this Heady? It's immediately making my brain go that way. That mouthfeel's awesome. It is spritzy. It is full. It is dry on the finish, but yeah, that bitterness, whew. It's like grapefruit peel, grapefruit pith, bright like orange juice, stone fruit, tropical. Super dry on the finish. That beer is delicious. I mean, for what it's worth, I think both of these beers are delicious. So, cheers. Should I have drank water in between that? Fucking cares. That beer is also bitter. Listen, I know these hops aren't the same, but when you're drinking these blind side by side, they are wildly similar. This one also bright citrus, and a good amount of like dank bitterness. I love now that I'm realizing, I don't think I've talked about this before. Back when I first drank these beers, I was like, oh, these beers are very juicy. It was like, you know, in the beginning of my drinking hazy beer. I don't think I realized or appreciated how West Coast these beers are at heart. Both of them. Both of these are intensely hoppy, intensely bitter. This one too, super dry on the finish. This one's a bit sweeter. Sweeter like stone fruits. This one's almost like peachy. And I think this one's more like grapefruit zest, grapefruit peel, orange, citrus. This one tastes a little more tropical to me. Yeah, this one's a bit softer. This is so much more bitter. And by bitter, I mean like that zesty, pithy citrus thing. Yeah, this one seems a little bit softer. Both of these beers are fucking awesome. I'm trying to figure out which one I prefer right now. I feel like this one's, not that it's palate wrecking, but it's kind of like, holy smokes, it's just like, it's so bitter on my tongue, which I love. I'm a West Coast IPA drinker at heart. That's what I grew up with. That's what I fell in love with. I feel like this one is a bit more like drinkable if you were to like want to drink one after another. I will say one of these is 8%, one of these is 7%. They both drink lower than their ABV. They don't, you know, they don't feel heavy. They don't feel boozy. Obviously with that ABV, but I just wanted to, I was thinking about that. So I'm gonna guess, just because of the intense bitterness, that this is Heady Topper and this is Focal Banger. It's just my guess. I think I prefer this one just because it's a bit lighter and a bit more drinkable when drinking them side by side. Obviously, both of these beers are fucking world-class hoppy beers, but I'm gonna guess that this is Focal Banger, and I'm gonna say that I prefer whatever is in the red glass. So, like I said, you can't go wrong with either. This one is much more resinous, dank, intensely bitter. So if you're into that, you'll want to drink whatever's in the blue glass, and if you're more into tropical, light, fruity, you'll want to drink whatever's in the red glass. So I prefer red. Can't go wrong with either. I'm the winner of this. And we were right. Red is Focal Banger, blue is Heady Topper. So these beers are both fucking awesome. I told a couple buddies I was doing this, and they all thought I was going to prefer Focal Banger, which is funny because I've drank Heady way more than Focal Banger. Focal's harder. It's been harder over the years to get. I'd mentioned that during COVID, I think, Heady Topper was showing up at the liquor store right down the street. I saw this in a grocery store recently too. So I think they're getting more distro, but yeah, you can't go wrong with either one of these beers. Like, it's crazy. So is there still, yeah, because my wife wanted some of these, but you know what? We gotta do the old Kubi. You know what's crazy too is neither one of these beers were like chunky. Sometimes when I've had these beers in the past and you pour them into a glass, they look like chunky. There's a lot of hop particulate. This is just super awesome, like light haze. I mean, this doesn't smell anything like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It just smells like an awesome hoppy beer. So when you cuvee these, that crazy intense bitterness gets kicked down a little bit, and you get much more of the bright fruit, like the tropical notes of Focal. That's the way to drink them. That's fucking awesome. This beer, if the dudes at Alchemist could take the two recipes and combine them and just make something awesome, like name that beer something, I don't fucking know. That's the way to go. The cuvee is the winner. Holy smokes, this is unreal. So yeah, I prefer Focal Banger, blind. And that's not to say I don't love Heady Topper. I fucking love Heady Topper, but I think the drinkability is a little bit more. It's not as intensely palate wrecking. Not that this is like a palate wrecker of a beer, but that dankness, that bitterness, it's just, it's lower. So I think Focal's a little bit more drinkable. So Geoff, I can't thank you enough. Just for reference, Focal was canned April 4th, Heady was April 1st. So today's May 5th. These are right at a month in the can, and both of them are bright, still taste super fresh, hoppy, delicious. So yeah, that's it. I don't want to make this too long of a video, but if you guys have the chance, drink these side by side blind. It's fun. Maybe you'll learn something. You think you like one of them, you like the other one better. Who knows? So that's it. Appreciate you guys watching. See you soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.